So we are going to marinate the chicken with some yogurt. I'm putting in 3 tablespoons of yogurt, heap tablespoon of yogurt, natural yogurt, not flavored yogurt, and some ginger garlic paste, ginger and garlic crushed together. It's better to use the fresh one, and some chili powder. I like more chili powder because I like my kurma to be a bit of heat, a little bit of, you know, creamy, and then you get the spice as well. And then I heap 4 tablespoons of coriander powder. Coriander powder is a dominant spice in the dish that we are making it today. And then use your hands and mix it very well. Into my hot oil, I'm throwing in the sliced onions, and I'm going to throw in some other whole spices as well. So onion, green chili, and some tomatoes, pandan leaf. I prefer to use canola oil, or you also can use coconut oil, but today I'm using coconut oil because it's a Sri Lankan dish. I always prefer coconut oil in Sri Lankan dishes. It tastes really good. So I've thrown in my onions, green chilies, pandan leaves, and I'm also going to throw in some tomatoes. Make sure you have a gas mark to the medium heat. You don't want to burn the onions. You just need to golden fry the onions, so it tastes and releases its flavor to the oil, and the oil is infused with this tomato, onion, pandan leaves, and green chilies, and it's going to release it to your chicken as well. So make sure the gas is on the medium mark, and then fry everything very well. So after mixing, I'm also going to add a piece of Ceylon cinnamon stick, and cardamom, and 2 cloves. So this is the only 3 spices I'm adding into the dish. That's a cinnamon stick, cardamom, and clove. Make sure when you're adding the cardamom, just crush it open, the cardamom, before you add it to the dish, because it releases its flavor to the dish, and it smells really good. So I've just added ginger and garlic paste. I prefer to use fresh ginger garlic paste. So if you do not have access to fresh ginger garlic paste, you can use it the bottle that comes in the shop, which is ready to use. So everything is frying very well. Make sure your onion is golden brown, so the onion releases its flavor. I also like to add some pure desi ghee into the dish, which would give another extra flavor when the ghee and the coconut oil is mixed together, and it enhances the flavor of the korma. So I always make sure I add a heap tablespoon of ghee into my korma dish. So in about 30 to 40 seconds after the onions are fried, I'm adding in my ghee, 1 tablespoon of ghee, a heap tablespoon of ghee, straight into the pot. And cooking in the clay pot, I always prefer to cook in the clay pot because it gives me a different flavor, that smoky flavor, and that's a kind of a traditional Sri Lankan flavor. So clay pot is always my choice. So everything is good. Now I'm going to add my chicken into the clay pot, and also I'm going to add a bit of water to the dish. Not too much water because I want this dish to be very creamy, very thick, kind of a saucy one. So yeah, so not too runny. It has to be very thick sauce. Trust me guys, you're definitely going to enjoy this dish. But if you do not like it very hot, because kurma is not a very spicy dish, it's creamy and very flavorful dish. If I like it spicy, so I added a lot of chili powder. You always could adjust the chili powder according to how spicy you guys want it. So I've added my marinated chicken, and now I'm going to mix it. And so after I mix my chicken very well, so the chicken is mixed with all the ghee and the onions and that beautiful flavorful caramelized onion, and it's perfectly frying in the oil in the clay pot. I'm gonna add about a half or 3/4 cup of water into my clay pot. Not too much water. You don't want to add about 3 to 4 cups of water and make it a soup. But this is like a creamy and a saucy dish. So just about a half a cup would do. Just mix it very well and then cover the pot and cook for about 10 to 12 minutes. And then afterwards we're gonna do the magic. So salt as per your taste. Not do not add too much salt in the beginning. Always just about a teaspoon of salt, and then later you can adjust it according to your taste. Give it a mix so the salt just blends in with all the mix that you've done, and then cover the pot. So the chicken has been cooking for about 8-9 minutes. I've opened the pot and I've added some crushed black peppercorns. You also could use white pepper, but I prefer to use for this dish black peppercorns, and then give a good mix to the curry korma so the pepper is mixed with the spices. Now we're gonna cook for another 2 minutes, and then we're gonna add the cashew paste and some fresh cream. The cashew paste is what makes this dish amazingly beautifully tasty. Cashew paste, take about a handful of cashew paste, add in some water, and then blend it to a smooth paste and add it to the dish. So cashew paste and some fresh cream, mix it very well to the dish. This gives a good texture and a good creamy nutty taste to the korma, and cook it for another 2 or 3 minutes. Garnish it with fresh coriander leaves, and the dish is perfected and it tastes absolutely amazing. You need to try this dish definitely with some steamed fluffy basmati rice, or some garlic naan, or naan bread, plain naan bread, or Sri Lankan paratha. I mean, anything that goes with the dish. I mean, you could just eat it by itself. Anything that you join with this dish is just going to look like beautiful. I mean, it's just amazing. The dish is perfect. You see the texture. It's not too runny. It's not very thick. It's beautiful. So today I'm going to enjoy it with some ghee rice. I made some ghee yellow rice. It's a Sri Lankan rice, and I'm going to enjoy my rice with a piece of drumstick and that sauce that goes right on top of the chicken. Look at that. That's tender. It's cooked so well, and it's very juicy as well. This is what makes the dish perfect. So thank you guys for watching. I love you all.